Andrew Stafford, President of Prevail, here with Kerry Lawing, our CEO. Very interesting week with volatility. We're going to do just a real quick market update on kind of what we're seeing. Kerry, what's causing all of this right now? We've had a lot of ups and downs, but this has been a crazy week, kind of crazy 2 weeks.
Well, we're this week negotiating with the Canadians.
Yep.
I mean, there's a lot to this, trying to have a little bit of fun. Tariffs have turned out to be, I think, really good, probably long term, but the market does not like uncertainty. So we, even as of yesterday, the tariffs were off and then they're back on.
Yeah.
I think we're going to run into some pretty good volatility here for a while because we have been treated mathematically in an unfair way by many countries for as long as you can go back.
That's right.
And part of the strategy is everything's going to be trued up, meaning if you charge us 10%, we're going to charge you 10. So there's going to be a lot of this back and forth. I think the market is going to be bumpy until this sort of settles. If what you read is correct, it looks like you're in for another 45 days-ish time frame until all this is kind of vetted out. And I think then that part will be, at least some clarity will come out of everything back and forth, because every day some other person from another country is coming in to meet with ours to try to work through this.
Yeah, I don't think that a lot of people realize that the U.S. has charged tariffs all over the world. And so this seems like a new concept for us. But to your point, it really is starting to level the playing field. It feels like sentiment has changed a little bit in the market, and that's caused a little bit of the downturn. But what do you think about that, and when do you see that changing? Because the fundamentals, for the most part, still look fairly good with a lot of the earnings.
So nothing's changed in the market in the last 30 days or 2 weeks. And the NASDAQ yesterday was down about 4%. Mm-hmm. Nothing's changed. Market does not like uncertainty.
Yeah.
So companies, earnings, all those things are still there. But what we're running into today is uncertainty creates a lot of volatility, which is what I think we're starting to run into. Now, let's talk about the other side of this, if it's correct, and that's more of a delayed reaction, that we could be paying less for goods and services coming into our country from other places, which causes more money to be in the economy. We could, over time, pull more jobs in from other places as a result of tariffs. There could be economic growth going on here, but it's not going to happen instantly or quickly, and I do think there's going to be, quote unquote, some market pain to get there. Now, guess what comes with market pain?
Opportunities.
That's
right.
So we do have a lot of positions we're trying to add to that we have price points. And so we're trying to pick small bites of things to get into that when appropriate. But anytime you have volatility, we have trouble making money in a market that doesn't move.
Right.
So we need it to move one direction or another, but buying things on sale creates upside later. And I think that's the cycle that we're going through now.
And the markets have run for a couple years in a row. So to your point, there were some holdings that we would have loved to have got in that we kind of thought were overpriced. Where now that buying opportunity to get into some really quality holdings is coming around. What other things do you think, because they're still predicting, if you look at a lot of the analysts, somewhere between 62 to maybe 6,700 in the year in the S&P, that's a wide range. But most people still feel like this has the opportunity to be a good year. What is your outlook on that?
You know, I don't like to use very often math predictors because it's published. It wouldn't surprise me to see a market overall, pick which one, but probably the S&P. I don't think it's a double-digit year, but I think I can see a way that it's a 8 to 9%, maybe 10%. But I think the journey to get there is going to be pretty bumpy.
Yes.
And so that's the part I would say in this cycle going forward, you're going to have some volatility, but volatility creates generally opportunities.
Yeah. Well, if you'd like to learn more, check out PrevailIWS.com. Appreciate you.